Are you struggling to figure out how to make money with AI images? This video is for you. Keep watching because by the end, you'll know exactly how to turn AI art into an income source, even if you've never sold anything online before. Now, before we get started, can I ask one small favor? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's begin with tip number 1, which is to sell AI art on print-on-demand websites like Redbubble, TeePublic and Etsy. Now, if you're just uploading AI art with no strategy, then you're wasting your time. The real secret is niching down hard. Now, one of my students, Tasha, started uploading dreamy cottagecore style AI prints to Redbubble, inspired by her Pinterest feed, and made her first free sales in just over 2 weeks. She didn't try to appeal to everyone, she just focused on what she loved and knew what others did too. Now, if you're into vintage horror, cosmic cats, or even 90s grunge, then that can be your niche. Now, you want to make sure that you build collections, not just random uploads. Platforms like TeePublic and Zazzle reward consistency in themes. Instead of 50 disconnected designs, you want to start with, say, 5 cohesive pieces that look like a gallery. This makes your shop look more intentional and not messy. You can use Canva or Placeit to generate mock-ups of your art on t-shirts, on posters or tote bags, so that potential buyers can imagine actually owning them. Now, one big myth is that high quality images matter the most. They really don't. Relatability beats perfection. Now, people buy art because it makes them feel something or express part of their identity. Now, a student of mine, Jordan, started creating weird retro art, alien art, with some funny quotes. And his stuff wasn't very polished at all, but it really connected with the audience. And within just a month, he had a mini fan base on Etsy asking for more. Now, to help you create images that really sell, you can use tools like Midjourney, Leonardo.ai, or even Night Cafe. But here's the thing, don't just rely on one single prompt. You want to use Prompt Hero to research keywords that actually convert, and then just remix with your own spin. I recommend using Canva afterwards to add subtle design touches, and even a simple border or texture can actually make the perceived value even better. Now, don't ignore your SEO as well. On platforms like Etsy and Redbubble, around 80% of traffic comes from search. So instead of calling your product abstract AI art, you want to name it something like Boho Rainbow Nursery Paint, Midjourney generated wall art for kids' rooms. So you want to get really specific and niche down. That's a search term that someone would actually type when they're actually shopping. Now, to help you gain some visibility quite quickly, I suggest uploading vertical mock-ups of your products to Pinterest and Instagram Reels. AI generated art performs really well on Pinterest's visual feed. So you can use Canva's smart mock-ups tool to actually make your print look like it's hanging on a beautiful apartment wall. This builds more desire with your audience. Now, Tasha, the student I mentioned earlier, drove over 900 visits to a Redbubble store from just 2 viral pins. So don't expect sales overnight, but expect some good data. Now, the difference between hobbyists and earners: hobbyists quit after just 2 uploads, and earners treat each design like a mini experiment. So you want to track which titles, which styles and mockups are getting the attention. Then just use Printify Insights or Etsy Hunt to spy on trends and actually improve. The goal isn't to make $1,000 your first month, it's to find your first winner, then you can simply scale from there. Now, I have put together some free training resources to help you build an online income source using AI. Go and click the link below in the description to learn more. Now, back to the video. Let's now move on to tip number 2, which is to sell custom AI image packs to content creators on Gumroad, Ko-Fi, or your own store. Now, content creators are always looking for ready-to-use visuals, and they are tired of Canva templates that everyone else is using. That's where you can come in. Now, one of my students, Jake, created a bold and moody AI backgrounds pack for YouTubers who make true crime content, and he sold 37 copies at $9 each in under 3 weeks on Gumroad. Now, this was because it solved a real problem. They needed stylish, fast graphics that felt different. Now, to help you build some irresistible packs, I recommend focusing on niche specific outcomes. For example, instead of 30 AI images, you want to title your product something like 30 looks aesthetic Instagram backgrounds for female coaches, or high contrast thumbnail backdrops for gaming channels. So you want to niche down a bit here, and the more specific your offer is, the easier it is for someone to actually say yes. Now, don't just give buyers pretty pictures, you want to give them some purposeful assets. You want to add things like colour palettes, recommended text overlays, or even Canva ready templates to increase the value. Now, Riley, one of my students, did this with her boho blogger bundle and was able to charge $17 instead of $7 because buyers felt like they were getting an actual toolkit and not just a zip file. So you can use tools like Midjourney for the image creation, Lightroom Mobile for tone consistency, and Canva Pro to actually bundle it all beautifully. Now, combine soft focus images with grain texture to create viral visuals, especially for niches like wellness, spirituality, and even lifestyle. And you can upload sample images to Behance or Notion for some previews, and it builds trust instantly. Now, if you want your pack to go viral, you can offer one free sample image in exchange for an email address. So you can use ConvertKit or Beehive to build a creator-friendly email list. You can grow fast if you also share a few behind-the-scenes tips and tricks on how you actually made the pack. Creators love learning how they can apply the same workflow too, so you can actually become a resource and not just a seller. Now, if you want a recurring income, then set up a monthly drop. Now, a student of mine, Nico, created a creator vault where he basically sends 15 new AI visuals every month to his subscribers via Ko-Fi. He now has 42 paying members, and they stick around because they know it's fresh, consistent, and tailored to their vibe. So make sure your storefront tells a good story. On Gumroad, don't just upload the file and walk away. You want to write a decent description that speaks directly to their struggles. So something like, are you tired of generic visuals that make your brand look like everyone else? These AI crafted designs help your content pop, even if you're not a designer. Now, when using language like that language converts much better than 30 JPEGs for $10. Let's now move on to tip number 3, which is to create and sell AI image prompts for specific niches on PromptBase, Etsy, or your own platform. Now, selling prompts isn't just about saving time, it's about selling predictability. When someone buys a prompt from you, they're buying a shortcut to a specific style. Now, one of my students, Layla, sold dark romance book cover prompts on PromptBase, and she bundled 15 prompts for just $12, including sample outputs and some editing tips. And she actually landed 23 sales in her first 30 days. Now, to make your prompts really high converting, don't just keep them generic. I recommend layering detail like camera angles, lighting, mood, material, and post processing. So instead of Cyberpunk City, you could say something like a futuristic Tokyo street at night, shot on a Leica lens, neon reflections, light rain in a cinematic style. So that kind of language will get results and get attention and help it sell. Now, you want to give your buyers some good context and add before and after image examples and even some video demos using Loom or Teller, and a short PDF guide explaining how to actually tweak the prompts. These are all very good things that you can do. Now, AJ, one of my students, started doing this and noticed his refund rate dropped to 0 because buyers knew exactly what they were actually getting. Now, if your struggle is getting discovered, then try bundling your prompts by outcome and not the theme. For example, instead of fancy character pack, you could go with something like the 15 stunning AI prompts to design your next D&D character in Midjourney. Now, people want function and not just flair, so title your products like solutions and outcomes and they'll probably sell themselves. Now, if you want to scale this, I suggest listing your best performing packs on multiple marketplaces like PromptBase, Creative Fabrica, and Etsy. And don't forget about Gumroad. It allows you to build a subscriber base, offer some good upsells, and even run limited discounts. Multi-channel equals more eyeballs, which equals more sales. So you want to make your prompt packs stand out with some really good bonus assets. So you can add a quick Canva template for the thumbnails, include free color variants, or even offer a prompt tuner. Now, a cheat sheet of modifiers for different moods like the soft lighting, film grain, and even vivid contrast. These little extras make you look like a professional and not just a hobbyist. Now, if you're serious about growing, you should also document your process. Show how your prompts solve, share mini case studies, and even build in public on Twitter or X or on LinkedIn. When people see your thinking behind the words, they actually trust you more. That's how Layla landed her first client, who paid her $300 for a custom prompt set just from a Twitter thread. Let's now move on to tip number 4, which is to offer a freelance service using AI generated visuals on Fiverr, Upwork, and Instagram. Now, freelancing with AI isn't cheating, it's speed with style. The key is solving visual problems much faster than traditional designers. Now, one of my students, Alina, offers AI enhanced visual storytelling for book authors. And she basically creates covers, scene art, and promotional graphics using Midjourney and Canva. And she's not claiming to be a full-time designer. She just solves a very specific problem really well. Now, I suggest that you target micro niches who need standout visuals. So indie authors, music producers, podcasters, and course creators are begging for unique looks. So don't just offer generic AI art services. You want to offer something like custom YouTube thumbnails with cinematic vibes, or album art in vaporwave style. The more niche that you go, the easier it will be for you to get hired. Now, you can use AI as a creative base and not the full product. So you can generate 2 to 3 different versions in Midjourney and then just fine tune in Canva, Photopea, or Lightroom. Now, one of my students, Marcus, creates retro anime themed podcast art, and his workflow takes just under 45 minutes, and clients are really happy with the results because it feels custom and not just cookie clutter. Now, you want to build a mini portfolio with 5 or 6 epic pieces and then just add 1 sentence captions that really tell a good story. For example, this image helped a dating coach launch her first webinar and attract 200 signups. So something like that. You see, the thing is, story really sells. People want to hire someone who actually understands the emotion behind the art, not just the actual pixels. So you can add extra value with mini bundles. So for every project, you could offer a primary visual, a social media banner, and a matching story or real background. These tiny add-ons make it 3 times more valuable and often require 0 extra effort. Now, Alina did exactly this, and her average order size jumped from $35 to $97. Now, you can promote your services in niche discords, subreddit threads, or even Instagram DM groups. Don't just drop links. You want to answer questions, show behind the scenes, and build some credibility. Now, the clients come naturally when people see you as part of the community and not just another seller. So make the offer quite emotional if you can. Instead of saying, "I'll generate art for you," say something like, "I'll turn your idea into a striking visual that makes people stop scrolling." So try and get specific and niche down. Your clients care about the reactions, their engagement, and the identity, and not just the art. So you want to position yourself as the bridge between their idea and the attention that they really want to attract. Let me now give you tip number 5, which is to use AI images to create and sell digital planners, journals, and printables on Etsy or your own store. Now, AI images can completely change how your digital products look, and that visual impact can 2 times your sales. If you're just selling black and white printables like everyone else, then you are just blending in. Now, one of my students, Emily, started adding soft watercolor style AI illustrations to her self-care journals on Etsy using Midjourney and Leonardo.ai, and her mindful morning planner stood out instantly and made 27 sales in the first 4 weeks after months of 0 sales with her old Canva only versions. Now, the key thing here is creating a vibe and not just a product. Buyers want a feeling when they open your planner. I recommend designing a strong theme like Forest Witch Weekly Planner, or something like minimalist CEO dashboard, and then just adding AI generated imagery that reflects that mood. Tools like Midjourney and Playground AI let you create dreamy or ultra clean visuals that will match the personality of your ideal buyer. It makes the product feel more custom even though it's digital. Now, to help you build your digital products more easily, use apps like Canva, Affinity Publisher, or Notion. Then just layer in your AI images as cover art, page breaks, section dividers, or even page backgrounds. Just keep the opacity low so it doesn't distract from the writing areas. Now, one of my students, Jason, created a creative entrepreneur daily tracker that used soft AI graphics as inspiration quotes. His Etsy customers mentioned how it felt more inspiring than others that they had bought. That's the emotion that sells. Now, a smart way for you to actually increase your value is to bundle your planners with matching phone wallpapers, AI generated affirmation cards, or even printable stickers. This tiny upgrade can justify doubling your price. Now, you can create these extras with the same art prompts and resize them with Photo P or Pixlr X, which are both free. Now, Emily, the student I mentioned, added 10 phone wallpapers as a bonus, and her conversion rate went from 2.3% to 5.8%. Now, you want to make sure that you upload everything as instant digital downloads on Etsy, Creative Market, or your own Gumroad store. So you can use Etsy Hunt or Everbee to research keywords that buyers are already searching, like pastel productivity planner or dark academia printable journal. Then use those exact terms in your title and in the first 160 characters of your product description, because Etsy's algorithm really likes this. Now, if you want more traffic, then you can repurpose your planner into viral content. You can create TikToks or Reels where you flip through the planner digitally. So you can use CapCut to actually animate the pages and add trending sounds. A student of mine, Leona, posted a 7-second clip of her magical girl life planner on Instagram and got over 8,000 views, which actually led to 19 sales in just over 48 hours. Visual sales, and with AI, your designs can be the next level. Now, make sure you don't fall into the perfection trap. You don't need 100 perfect pages to actually launch. Just create a powerful starter pack with, say, 10 to 15 thoughtfully designed pages. Then just ask your first few buyers for some feedback, and then you can improve on it from there. You can see better results if you launch fast and just adapt, rather than trying to build the perfect planner for several weeks. Think of it as a growing product, and just like your income. Let's now move on to tip number 6, which is to use AI images to create and sell branding kits and content packs for small businesses. Now, if you want a steady income stream, creating AI powered branding kits is a golden opportunity right now. Most small businesses are desperate for fresh, eye-catching visuals but can't afford high-end designers. Now, I suggest that you package up things like AI generated logos, mood boards, social media templates, and even aesthetic product mock-ups, and then sell them as done-for-you kits on platforms like Creative Market, Gumroad, or even on Stan Store. Now, one of my students, Karina, started offering cottagecore Instagram packs for handmade soap brands. And within just 6 weeks, she had $1,400 in sales with less than 200 followers. Now, a smart way for you to stand out is to niche your kits down by industry and aesthetic. For example, boho branding kit for spiritual coaches, or modern pet brand starter pack. So you can use Midjourney or Leonardo.ai to generate signature visuals like pet icons, patterns, or textures, and then put it all together with Canva Pro or Figma templates. Now, the key thing is that you're not just selling graphics, you're selling clarity and confidence to a business owner who doesn't really know how to make their brand look very good. Now, you can see better results if you make your kits plug and play. This means adding AI generated brand color palettes, and you can use coolers.co, Instagram highlight covers, Canva-based carousel templates, and even a sample caption bank. Now, one of my students, Reza, created a luxury skincare brand starter kit using Midjourney visuals of amber jars and creamy textures, and her first sale came from a cold DM on Instagram to a small business account with less than 500 followers. Now, the thing that makes these kits sell is how they make the buyer look like they hired a full creative team. So if you want to increase your sales, include a 30-second how-to video using Loom or Teller, showing how easy it is to actually edit the kit. People buy with their eyes and their confidence. So show them how they can actually use it, even if they're not very tech savvy. Now, if you're unsure where to sell, start by creating a mini portfolio on Notion, Card, or even a simple Instagram page. You can use mockups from Smart Mockups or Artboard Studio to display how your content would look in real world use. This is what Karina did to land her first client. She didn't even have a full website. Just a clean Notion page with 3 or 4 examples and a DM to buy link. Now, to help you build client relationships, you want to include a bonus inside the kit. This could be a free 15-minute consultation or a link to a private Notion template where you can plan out their content using the assets. This creates a sense of community and ongoing support rather than a cold digital transaction. Now, Reza told me one of his clients came back 3 times in just 2 months, just because he made her feel like he got her vision. Now, one of the best things that you can do to grow this into something bigger is to turn your branding kits into a monthly content club. So you can use Lemon Squeezy or Pay Hip to set up a low ticket subscription and each month drop a new themed pack with AI designed visuals. So you're turning a one-time buyer into a long-term client. And that's where the real income starts to actually stabilize. Now, Karina did this by offering monthly drops for handmade business visuals and now has 27 recurring customers paying her $17 a month. Wow, that's it for this video. 6 powerful tips that you can use right away. Now, if you're serious about building your online business and creating a sustainable online income, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the comments and go through to my website where you can find some free training resources to help you get started right away. These free step-by-step resources are designed to guide you through launching a successful online business and generating multiple online income streams. So don't wait, take action today. Click the link below and start your journey right now. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does energize and motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and have a wonderful day.